Today we embark on an exciting exploration of randomness and luck, diving deep into how the little details at the very start of any situation can shape outcomes in surprising and creative ways. Imagine life as a giant mosaic, where every small piece, every initial setting, plays an important role in the final image we see. In this journey, we will uncover how randomness is not just chaotic chance, but often a canvas where initial conditions paint a picture of predictable patterns. Every event in our lives, from playful coincidences to major turning points, is influenced by hidden foundations that set the stage for what is to come. We are going to examine the idea that luck may appear to be magical or completely random, but when we look closer, it reveals an intricate interplay of starting factors that impact every decision and outcome. By understanding these basic building blocks, we can gain insight into how to align our own choices with the desired goals we dream about. Our discussion will blend creative storytelling with scientific observations, providing a fresh perspective on how hard work interacts with what many see as pure chance. We will explore thought-provoking ideas, use vivid examples, and even sprinkle in some fun symbols and expressions that make these complex ideas accessible and relatable. The aim is to transform our perception of luck from something unpredictable into a tool we can harness to navigate life more successfully. So get ready to discover that randomness might not be as random as it seems, and that the secret to success often lies in those first few moments when everything begins to take shape. This narrative is designed to empower you with a new lens on everyday events, inspiring creativity and strategic insight with every step of the way. Consider a scenario where two individuals, both dedicated and hardworking, face a series of challenges and opportunities. One person appears almost magnetically favored by fortune, encountering chance events that favor them with seemingly effortless success. Meanwhile, the other, equally committed and industrious, finds obstacles repeatedly obstructing their path, leaving an impression that luck has entirely passed them by. The paradox lies in the observation that while hard work is undeniably important, the outcomes do not always correlate neatly with effort. This discrepancy raises an essential question. Is luck simply a whimsical twist of fate, or is there an underlying structure that determines who succeeds and who suffers? When we take a closer look, the distinction between luck and hard work begins to blur. Imagine a coin toss, where the same coin can appear to favor both heads and tails over a long sequence of flips. In reality, after enough attempts, the pattern stabilizes according to mathematical probability. Similarly, the interplay between hard work and luck may seem random in the short term, but reveals its underlying order over many trials. It is this unseen order that provokes our curiosity and challenges the notion that personal effort alone guarantees success. In our daily lives, we continuously observe stories that defy the expected link between diligent effort and positive outcomes. This phenomenon is evident both in personal anecdotes and in broader societal narratives. Some individuals seem to ride the wave of serendipity effortlessly, while others battle cycles of misfortune despite putting in tireless hours. These puzzling experiences invite us to question whether there is a hidden formula balancing chance and perseverance. As we explore deeper, we begin to understand that luck might be less about random chance and more about the alignment of circumstances that favor certain actions. This paradox of luck versus hard work forms a compelling foundation for further inquiry into the mechanics of probability and the influence of initial conditions on our fortunes. These reflections invite us to reimagine how changes at the onset of a venture can alter the journey. Embrace this paradox as a call to evolve. Imagine flipping a fair coin repeatedly. At first glance, the outcome of each flip might seem unpredictable and governed solely by randomness. However, as the number of flips increases, a clear pattern begins to emerge. This phenomenon is known as the law of large numbers, a fundamental statistical truth that tells us outcomes will eventually stabilize around an expected value. In simple terms, what might appear chaotic in a single trial becomes remarkably consistent when examined over many attempts. To put it in everyday language, think of it like baking a cake. If you taste a single crumb, you can hardly tell if the whole cake was made perfectly. But when you have a full slice, The overall flavor and texture reveal if the cake meets the high standards you expected. Similarly, in life, individual moments of luck or misfortune may seem random, but when you consider a series of repeated events, the pattern becomes clearer. This principle reassures us that randomness is not entirely unmanaged. The more data points or opportunities we experience, the more we can anticipate the overall trend, even if individual moments are unpredictable. It's like watching a time-lapse video where countless frames come together to form a coherent story. Understanding this concept can empower us to be patient, persistent, and strategic in our choices, as we see that over time, our efforts often align with predictable probabilities. The law of large numbers reminds us that even in situations filled with uncertainty, there is a regularity waiting to be discovered. By grasping this principle, we begin to question the nature of luck and recognize it as part of a broader, predictable system. This idea serves as a stepping stone as we explore how initial conditions shape outcomes in everyday life and science. This overview sets a strong foundation. We often hear that success is built on a series of fortuitous circumstances, but what if we could actively shape those very circumstances from the very beginning? Aligning the initial conditions with our desired outcomes is like arranging the pieces of an intricate puzzle. Every edge, every color, and every detail matters. From setting goals to creating environments that foster success, the process involves deliberate planning and thoughtful execution. Consider the analogy of planting a garden. Before any seed is sown, a gardener carefully prepares the soil, selects the optimal location for sunlight, and chooses the right seeds for the desired bloom. In the same way, the initial steps we take in any venture, be it a career, relationship, or personal project, can determine the trajectory of our success. When the starting conditions are in harmony with our objectives, the journey tends to be smoother and the outcome more rewarding. The alignment is not a mere coincidence. It is the result of thoughtful design and proactive decision-making. In our everyday lives, establishing clear initial conditions can be as simple as creating a structured daily routine or as complex as building a network of supportive relationships. Identifying what elements are essential for success allows us to focus our energy on areas that will yield the greatest impact. By doing so, we do not leave our progress purely to chance. Instead, we set the stage for favorable outcomes by ensuring that every starting element contributes to our overall goal. This approach transforms the notion of luck from an uncontrollable force into something we can influence. When we pay attention to the setup, the groundwork becomes a blueprint that guides us toward success. In this light, every action taken at the beginning of any endeavor becomes an opportunity to either enhance or undermine our chances, reinforcing the importance of consciously crafting the conditions that matter most. By intentionally designing our beginnings, we transform ambiguity into opportunity. Every carefully chosen initial condition is a stepping stone that elevates our potential, turning dreams into achievable objectives and setting the stage for sustained success with clear intent always. In our modern world, having the right information at the right time can make a dramatic difference in outcomes. Think of it as having a detailed map when navigating an unfamiliar city. Without a map, every turn feels uncertain, and reaching your destination depends on guesswork. However, with accurate and timely data, you can make informed decisions that significantly tip the scales in your favor. Acquiring information is like gathering clues in a mystery. Each piece, no matter how small, contributes to a bigger picture that can guide your actions. In many areas of life, from personal decisions to business strategies, the quality of the information you possess determines how effectively you can predict what comes next. This is why research, communication, and active learning are critical components for success. Knowledge acts as a compass, allowing us to align our choices with the reality of our circumstances. Moreover, understanding the role of information bridges the gap between pure chance and measurable probability. When we know the variables and context, we are less likely to be blindsided by unexpected outcomes. Access to information empowers us to adjust our initial settings, ensuring that our actions are as targeted and effective as possible. Although not every outcome can be perfectly foretold, having a richer pool of data transforms our approach from one of uncertainty to strategic planning. Consequently, investing time in learning and seeking out reliable sources is not just a precaution, it is a proactive strategy. By embracing information, we not only enhance our ability to predict outcomes, but also build confidence in making choices that lead us closer to our goals. In this way, information becomes a vital asset, transforming random events into manageable steps towards success. Thus, wise use of information turns unpredictability into a pathway for success and lasting prosperity. Luck often appears to be a self-perpetuating force, where positive events lead to more positive events, and negative occurrences seem to compound over time. This self-reinforcement is not merely a matter of coincidence, but a consequence of how initial conditions create a cascading effect. When conditions are favorable, one good break can open multiple doors, leading to further opportunities and successes. Conversely, when circumstances begin on a challenging note, each setback can intensify future difficulties, forming a cycle that is hard to break. Picture a snowball rolling downhill. At first, it gathers just a little snow, but as it travels, it collects more mass and momentum, becoming larger and more unstoppable. Similarly, individuals who experience early positive conditions tend to attract additional benefits, creating a growing series of fortunate events. On the flip side, those who face early misfortunes may find themselves in a downward spiral, where each setback makes it increasingly difficult to change course. In both cases, the initial state sets the tone for future experiences. The concept of the self-reinforcing cycle highlights the importance of early decisions and conditions. Recognizing when small wins or losses occur can be crucial for taking corrective actions. By identifying these patterns early on, we can choose to reinforce positive trends or counteract negative ones before they become overwhelming. Whether in personal goals, professional projects, or even creative endeavors, understanding this cycle empowers us to be proactive and make changes that alter our trajectory. Ultimately, the cycle of luck and unluck is a reminder that our starting points matter significantly. Every decision and every small event at the beginning of any process holds the potential to create momentum, either building a ladder to success or a barrier to progress. Use this awareness to disrupt negative loops and cultivate a cycle of positive reinforcement. For many, luck is seen as an external force beyond control, but what if we could rewrite that narrative? By shifting our mindset, we can see that luck is not a mysterious force that solely determines our fate, but rather an element that we can actively influence. When we focus on agency, we transform random events into deliberate choices, turning uncertainty into a tool for progress. Consider the power of preparation and awareness. When we plan our actions with intention, we begin to align circumstances in a way that favors our success. This proactive approach encourages us to take charge of our destiny, recognizing that every small step we take can have a ripple effect on future outcomes. Stories abound of individuals who redefine their lives simply by choosing to adjust their approach, seizing opportunities rather than waiting for them. This new perspective shifts our focus from being passive recipients of chance to becoming active participants in our own success stories. It invites us to embrace the role of a strategist in our daily lives, gathering insights, making informed decisions, and setting up conditions that lead to favorable results. By viewing luck as a canvas on which we paint our intentions, we empower ourselves to drive our own narratives. In doing so, we dismantle the fatalistic view that life is merely a series of random events. Instead, we foster a mindset that sees potential in every moment and takes deliberate steps towards growth. As we change our understanding of luck, we step into a realm where our actions matter and our carefully chosen paths lead us to real, tangible outcomes. This approach transforms not only our fortunes, but also our entire outlook on life. By taking small, deliberate actions every day, we steadily reshape our destiny and create brighter futures indeed. As we reflect on these ideas, it becomes evident that understanding randomness and luck does more than merely explain coincidences. It reshapes our entire approach to life. Recognizing that initial conditions have a profound impact on outcomes, we see that our ability to gather information, set up favorable environments, and take deliberate action transforms chance into a controllable force. This shift in perspective empowers us individually, allowing us to transition from passive recipients of fate into active architects of our future. It is a call to awaken our inner strategist and to embrace a mindset that values planning and awareness above resignation to pure chance. The broader implications extend beyond personal success. In our communities and societies, when more individuals adopt this proactive approach, the collective impact can lead to more resilient systems and innovative solutions. By understanding the patterns behind randomness, we begin to see opportunities where others may only notice obstacles. This awareness fuels creativity, collaboration, and progress on a larger scale, contributing to stronger, more adaptive networks in every field, from education to technology, from business to personal well-being. In essence, embracing agency fosters predictability in situations once considered governed solely by luck. It encourages critical thinking, adaptability, and a commitment to continuous improvement. Ultimately, this approach transforms how we interact with the world, paving the way for a future where our efforts and informed decisions consistently produce the outcomes we desire. By embracing these broader implications, we unlock creativity and collective power to shape a promising tomorrow, indeed. In summary, our exploration reveals that what we call luck is deeply intertwined with initial conditions and informed action. Rather than leaving our fate solely to chance, we have the power to shape outcomes by carefully setting our starting points. This understanding transforms random events into opportunities for growth and success. By aligning our actions with strategic information and intentional planning, we step into a role of agency. Embrace this perspective and let it guide your journey toward a more predictable and empowered future. Remember, every small decision you make creates ripples that forge your path to lasting success.